In early March, Governor Tom Wolf delivered his budget address to the General Assembly, giving us the first glimpse at how he plans to govern Pennsylvania. New taxes, borrowing, and spending all combine into a budget plan that totals more than $33 billion. Can Pennsylvania afford the Wolf budget? Joining me to discuss this is Representative Warren Kampf of the 157th District in Chester and Montgomery counties. Welcome.
Hi, Lori.
And that speech, as I said, that was kind of our first look into some of his priorities. What was your reaction when you heard the plan and the things that he laid out?
Well, my reaction is that it's a gigantic hit to our economy, to working people. Actually, over 2 years, because it takes a couple of years to implement all the tax increases that he's proposing. We're talking about an $8 billion tax increase. And we've done some drilling down on that, and in the Tredyffrin Easttown School District, taxpayers are going to pay an additional $30 million in the first year over what they pay today. In Phoenixville, it's something like an additional $15 million, and the same over in Montgomery County and Springford School District. So big hit to working families in my district.
Now he's selling this plan, raising income tax and then expanding the things that have sales tax on them in exchange for property tax relief. Certainly it's an idea we've heard before, but it's slightly different. What is your reaction, and what are the differences in what he's proposing, things that might concern you?
Right. So, I mean, there are two things, right? Sort of this property tax concept, and then education funding. Mm-hmm. The whole mantra from Governor Wolf was, we've got to give more to education. We're not giving enough. We have a massive public pension crisis, and those public pension funds, our teacher public pension fund, is just sucking resources from the local tax base and from the statewide tax base.
And from the classroom.
Yeah, so the notion that we have some sort of an education funding problem, I think you have to challenge that, all right? We have a pension crisis. All in, I think we're top 10 in the country in terms of how much we fund education. We're nearly $27 billion. But a significant amount of that money is going into this problem, yeah. This one problem. The other thing is, property taxes are high in many places around the state. Certainly for people in my district, some people, seniors on fixed incomes, it's a really big deal. The problem with the governor's proposal on this is it's just a fixed amount of money that's going to come back. It really only benefits 90 school districts out of our 500, none of mine. So property taxpayers will see a little bit of a reduction, but then they'll see a massive hit in sales and income taxes. And their property taxes will start creeping back up, as they always do. So it's not the great silver bullet that it's being sold as.
You mentioned pension reform, and I know that's always been an issue you've been working on since you've come to the House. Is this a key issue for this year's budget?
Yeah, I think it is. And, at the House, I introduced my bill to create a 401k plan for future hires again. And we're working hard to get that one moving. The state Senate is, I think, about to introduce a plan that's going to have some significant reforms in it. So it's definitely a big deal. And in the end, a lot of the problems that we face as a Commonwealth and in school districts really revolve around that unfunded liability that has been created over the last 10 years.
So as we close out here, can you just update us on where we're at in the process and your prognosis, I guess?
So, we have to have a budget by the end of June. That's what the law says. And we've gone through the appropriations hearings process from all the agency heads coming in. The governor gave his address in March. So now we are down to the point where, we're putting together a budget, and we're going to try to get, 102 votes for it. That's what we need in the House, and the Senate needs 26. And then, we'd certainly like to have the governor's support for that budget. There's definitely conversation going on in all that branch of government with our two chambers. So we'll see. but June 30th is supposed to be the end of the line.
And that's coming quickly.
It is. It is coming quickly.
Okay, well, thank you so much. And that's all the time we have for today's program. If you need assistance with any state matter, feel free to contact Representative Kampf at his local office or through his website. That information will be shown in just a moment. Thanks for watching, and please join us again for Legislative Report.